Section 1. The ball is dead and not in play under the following circumstances. A. When a pitch ball touches any part of the batter's person or clothing while the batter is standing in his or her position, whether the ball is struck at or not. Note: if the batter swings at a pitched ball and the ball hits his or her hands, the hands on a bat arc not considered a part of the bat. The ball is dead and a strike called. B. When a ball is batted illegally, the batter is out. C. When no pitch is declared. D. When a batter steps from one box to another when the pitcher is ready to pitch and the batter is out. E. When a foul ball is not legally caught. F. When a base runner is called out for leaving the base too soon on a pitch. G. When the offensive team causes an interference. 1. After hitting or bunting a fair ball, the bat hits the ball a second time in fair territory, the ball is dead, and no runners may advance. If the batter runner drops the bat and the ball rolls against the bat in fair territory, and, in the umpire's judgment, there was no intention of interfering with the course of the ball is alive and in play. 2. After hitting or bunting a foul ball, the batter runner intentionally deflects the course of the ball in any manner while running to first base. The ball is dead, and no runners may advance. 3. When a fair ball strikes a base runner or umpire before touching or passing a fielder. Section 1. Continued. H. When a wild pitch or pass ball goes under, over or through a backstop, or lodges in the umpire's mask or paraphernalia. I. When an overthrow touches any obstruction or person other than spectator protection, fence, or team members in the game. J. When team equipment or a team member who is not actively engaged in the game unintentionally interferes with the play. If the infraction is by the team at bat, all base runners shall return to the last bases held at the time of the interference. If the infraction is by the team on defense, all base runners shall be awarded one base beyond the last base held at the time of the interference. Note: for additional interference rulings, see Rule 7, Section 7. K. When a play is completed and runner's arc stopped and attempting no further advance, the umpire shall declare timeout. Section 1. Continued. L. When a ball is pitched illegally. Note: 2. If a batter swings at any illegal pitch, the result shall be governed by the outcome, without consideration for the illegal pitch. SP. M. When the catcher interferes with the batter. Note: the interference will be disregarded if the batter reaches first base on a hit, an error or otherwise, and all other runners advance one base beyond the base they occupied at the time of the pitch. N. If in the judgment of the umpire, the fielder intentionally carries a legally caught ball on the fly into dead ball territory, the ball is dead, the batter is out, and all runners are awarded two bases beyond the base they occupied at the time of the pitch. If the fielder unintentionally carries a legally caught ball on the fly into dead ball territory, the ball is dead, the batter is out, and all runners are awarded one base beyond the base they occupied at the time of the pitch. Section 1. Continued. O. When the umpire calls time. P. When batter receives a base on balls, the ball is dead. Base runners may advance only if forced. SP. Q. If two batters are to be walked intentionally, the second cannot be administered until the first batter reaches first base. R. A pitch ball that is not swung at that touches the ground before crossing home plate shall be called a ball and declared dead. If the batter swings at and hits the ball after it bounces on ground, plate, or plate extension, the ball is dead and the batter is out. In the case of a batter swinging and missing at a pitch after it bounces, if the umpire judges the act of the batter to be an attempt to avoid a base on balls by intentionally swinging and missing, it shall be a strike and the ball is dead. If the umpire judges the act of the batter as legitimately trying to hit the ball or otherwise create a safety hazard, then the ball is dead and the batter is out. SP. S. If batter strikes at a short pitch before it hits the ground, it shall be a strike if missed and a dead ball called. Section 2. The ball is alive and in play. A. When the ball is not dead as defined in Rule 5, Section 1. B. When after a batted ball on the fly, either fair, foul, or foul tip has been legally caught. C. When a base runner is called out for passing a preceding runner. Note: Section 2, BC, when such out is third out, no following runners may score. See Rule 8, Section 1. D. When after obstruction by a fielder with a base runner, provided that the runner interfered with cannot be put out before he or she reaches the base to which he or she is entitled. E. When the infield fly rule is enforced. F. When a thrown or pitched ball goes into foul territory and is not obstructed. G. When a thrown ball accidentally touches a base coach, or a pitched or thrown ball touches an umpire. H. When a thrown ball goes past a fielder and remains in live territory. I. When a fair ball strikes an umpire or base runner on fair ground after passing or touching fielder. J. When a fair ball strikes an umpire on foul ground. K. When the base runners have reached the bases to which they are entitled when a fielder illegally fields a batted or thrown ball. L. When after base runners have reached the bases to which they are entitled under Rule 7. Section 3. Appeals. A. When the ball is alive, any fielder may appeal any runner once. The ball is alive, and all runners may advance with liability of being put out. The ball must be thrown or carried to the base where the appeal is to be made. B. To make appeals after a dead ball or timeout is called the following procedures must be used. Once the ball has been returned to the infield and time has been called, any defensive player on the field, with or without the ball, may make a verbal appeal on a runner missing a base or leaving a base too soon on a caught fly ball. The administering umpire should acknowledge the appeal and then make a decision on the play. Base runners cannot leave their base during this period, as the ball remains dead until the next pitch. On a dead ball appeal, the ball need not be thrown or carried to the base where appeal is to be made, but the player appealing may simply announce an appeal to the umpire. Note: A. If the pitcher has possession of the ball and is in contact with the pitching plate when making a verbal appeal, no illegal pitch is called. B. If the umpire has indicated play ball and the pitcher now requests an appeal, the umpire would again call timeout and allow the appeal process. Section 3. Continued. C. The defensive team can have only one attempted appeal per runner, but may appeal more than one runner per play. D. If, during a live ball appeal, the ball is thrown or bounds into dead ball territory, the ball is dead, all runners advance 2 bases without liability of being put out, and the defense may not appeal again during that play. E. A fielder carrying a live ball into the dugout to tag a player is considered to have unintentionally carried it out of play. Ball is dead and runners will advance 1 base. F. Any appeal under this rule must be made before the next pitch, or any play or attempted play. If the violation occurs during a play which ends a half inning, the appeal must be made before the defensive team leaves the field. G. A dead ball appeal is not to be interpreted as a play or an attempted play. H. Runners may advance at their own risk during a live ball appeal. Note: if an appeal follows a dead ball or timeout, the runners may not advance. I. No runner is out if he or she steps off base during an appeal. J. After the appeal has been completed, if the return throw to the pitcher results in an overthrow or error, the ball is dead and runners may not advance. Note: further explanation of appeals is contained in Appendix C points of emphasis. If you found this video informative, please like and subscribe to the channel to ensure you receive notifications about future rule explanations. Thank you for watching.